What's up, guys? I'm Joe.
And I'm Robin, and this is R&J Adventure. Good morning from Disney's Hollywood Studios, which we're not actually going in because it is our last day and we have a flight to catch tonight. So we thought we would spend the day doing something we have never done before, which is
the new Skyliner. Just
so
opened,
excited.
what, a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Not too long
September,
ago. So
I think.
we're gonna ride it. We'll take you on, share our thoughts with it, and kind of show you where the stops are and whatnot.
Yeah, we are so excited. A little nervous, but very excited.
So we'll see you on there.
Oh my word!
Whoa.
Oh, this is awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Hollywood today. Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye!
So we just took the Skyliner from Hollywood Studios over here to Caribbean Beach Resort, which is where the main hub is, you know?
Well, one of the transfer stations. So you had to get off at Hollywood Studios. You had to get off here at Caribbean Beach, and then you can go one way and go to Art of Animation and Pop Century, or go the other way and go to Epcot, or back where we came and go to Hollywood Studios. So this is kind of one of the hubs. They have another one at Riviera, which is the new DVC resort. And I think that's the only other one you can go two different ways, but we'll find out for sure when we ride it. What did you think?
I thought it was really smooth.
Oh my gosh.
It was smoother than I expected even.
Yeah.
Braking was a little weird.
It's so you're going pretty fast. You're moving. You take off quick and you come down quick, which we've seen videos of this before, and so we kind of knew that you would take off and come down quick, but the braking was very weird.
One other thing, with the character wrapped cabins, I think it's a great idea. It looks really awesome from the outside, but from the inside it really blocks your view.
Yeah.
So definitely something to think about, and I'm sure you could tell it from the recordings even.
Yeah.
So
We're
hopefully
hoping,
we get some unwrapped ones here shortly. So we got a clear one this time.
Woo!
As we head to Pop Century and Art of Animation. So you can already tell.
Whee!
There's liftoff. You can already tell, obviously, how much clearer our view is
Oh my gosh, yes.
compared to the character wrapped ones.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Now get ready to travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney. We are on our way to Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
That is the Caribbean Beach Resort, which I feel like is going to be much more of a popular hotel now that the Skyliner is right here, and you can so quickly get to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. We have personally never stayed there, but it looks beautiful.
that celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality. On your left is Disney's Pop Century Resort, a memorable resort that celebrates the way we lived, played, and communicated with each other throughout the 20th century. We are now gliding over the sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
This is real pretty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now arriving at Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. This concludes your journey. All passengers must disembark at this station. Return service is available. Thank you for flying with us. Bon voyage! Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
So we are now on the bridge between Pop Century and Art of Animation. We're actually going to take a pit stop here and walk around Art of Animation a little bit.
Ha, pit stop, that's funny because there's a Cars building here. A quick fact about Pop Century and Art of Animation. So the Art of Animation resort, I guess, was actually supposed to just be a continuation of Pop Century and the decades that they kept going with, and it switched. The buildings were actually already being built, and they decided to switch up the theming and do Art of Animation. Art of Animation is one of my favorite resorts on property. It's larger than life. It's just very Disney. I have stayed there, I think, just once before, and you have never seen it, which is why we stopped, because I said, hey, we need to go walk around because it's just so much fun. So we'll take you along and show you a little bit of it. But this stop was really pretty, being able to come over Hourglass Lake, and they put the station, as you can see behind us, on stilts in the lake. Like, they just continued it out from the bridge into the lake. So this stop is really fun, and if you have a day where you're not in the parks or doing anything, we highly suggest coming over here and just walking around, because these resorts are a lot of fun to just see.
Gracias.
I had two things I wanted to mention. Oh, so one thing I wanted to mention with the Skyliner is that we just watched someone with a stroller get on in front of us, and it was so easy. You can fit 10 people in one of these. That's the max or whatever, but you can also, the lady literally just walked her stroller off.
Appears to be a lot of people going to Epcot this morning. We should also note that the rooms at the Pop Century Resort, since we just kind of showed you where that's at, those rooms are essentially the exact same as the new refurbished All-Star rooms, which we actually have a room tour of that to show you what those look like. So if you're staying at Pop Century, those will be essentially the same.
Welcome aboard, Islanders. You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with continuing flights to Epcot. Hold on to your straw hats. We are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean.
There's Joey.
So here we are at the Riviera station. And you might have heard on our last clip that we could just stay on and continue it to Epcot. We went ahead and hopped off. We're not going to ride all the way over to Epcot, but that's that way. And that'll drop you off right by World Showcase.
Yes. This is the new DVC resort, and it is called the Riviera. You do not have to have DVC points to be able to stay here, I'm pretty sure, but that is kind of the purpose for it being built. It opened 2 weeks ago, and from what we've seen, it's pretty gorgeous. We're walking up on one of the things that I'm very excited about with this resort. Oh my gosh.
So you can see this piece of art right here, themed of Peter Pan. That's all a tile mosaic, so it continues all the way up and around. Really, really cool. And then they do the same thing up here for Tangled. So again, all mosaic tile work.
It's so beautiful.
Really, really cool.
Oh man, this is so So we actually just had the conversation that we didn't like the gray color from the outside, but in here, I like it. Are you the same? Or
I
do you
think
still...
I think in here it works because of all the greenery that you don't really see
Yes.
from a long distance.
Yes. There's their pool right in the middle. One of the pools, I think.
Pretty small pool there, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a bigger one on the other side because it has a slide.
Yeah, but like,
We're gonna try and slip into the lobby here.
lost one somewhere along the way.
Kind of see what it looks like in there.
So I would suggest if you're going to stay here to watch a room tour video. Obviously we can't go into the rooms, but the rooms are pretty. We've just heard some interesting things about them, so make sure you watch a room tour before you book.
Little detour before trying to find the lobby. Just this nice little courtyard area.
Games over there. Oh yeah, this is really nice. There's the bigger pool to the left.
This little seating area overlooking the lagoon here is super cool.
It's a lot of fun to be able to see the Skyliners as well as the water and the Caribbean Beach Resort.
Really, really awesome view here. As we continue on around, here is actually the larger pool. A little bit bigger, and there's the slide.
It's kind of interesting that both of the pools are, you you could literally walk from one to the other. So if one is crowded, walk to the other.
They're very close together.
Bar Riviera is over here. And it looks like you have money. Oh gosh, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Primo
Piazza, the restaurant.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the light. It is really pretty down here.
Where's mommy and Yeah. Yep. But at the same time, you guys
So this is obviously our very first time being in here too. So we are really just kind of exploring. Don't really know what to expect.
This is gorgeous.
Really small
Very small.
lobby here. Little gift shop and a coffee store. Looking at. Let's see what's around this way.
Yeah.
Here we go. Voyager's Lounge. Cool little library sitting area. It's like mostly just rooms down here, but we're gonna try and go up. So here's kind of what's on each of the floors. But we're gonna try and go all the way to the top and go to the terrace.
Okay, you forgot where you're going?
Well, I thought it was going down.
So here is the view of the resort from the 10th floor. It doesn't look like we're actually going to be able to go on the terrace.
We might be able to. Let's ask.
We can try.
I bet we can't go in there. Okay, so if you look closely, you can see Tower of Terror right there, Lizard Beach, Everest, and the Tree of Life. So this has a pretty incredible view. And I bet you can see Epcot if this wasn't in the way and if we were on the terrace, I bet you can see Epcot right over here.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like we're going to get to go actually out on the terrace. So we're going to head back down. And that's pretty much our
Sneak peek at Riviera Resort.
sneak peek at Riviera. Never mind, it looks like we were able to get on through here.
Yeah.
And there is Epcot from the 10th floor.
Oh my goodness, there's Fun Spot way over there. Or not Fun Spot, I Drive. Which means Universal is somewhere in that direction too.
So fun, all the character dining up here on the 10th floor terrace.
I want to live here.
Okay, this view is unreal.
This would be a super cool place to just sit and relax. Obviously, you'd be able to see fireworks all around. Probably a great view of Hollywood
Studios.
Studios fireworks.
This gives you a little better view too of what Panda did for me. So
I don't know. I wish you would point me that direction. That's what I was trying to figure out. Now we're gonna have to trim it all. Okay, what do you want to talk about over here?
you can't see the ball still.
It's too much that way.
Is that Green Casino? It looks so much closer than to Tower of Terror than it felt.
Big.
So this is a little better view, and the camera doesn't really do it justice, but we might try to zoom in just a little bit. There you go. Right here is Galaxy's Edge. Obviously, Tower of Terror. Let it refocus. That is
Everest.
Everest is right. Maybe if I can sneak my finger in. Right there, and the Tree of Life. This building right here is Grand Destino Tower, which we stayed in July, and we will link that video down below. And it looks a lot closer to Tower of Terror than it felt actually being in there, which is kind of funny. Obviously the Swan and Dolphin right there, and then Epcot, if you can pan that way just a little bit. You can't see the ball, but you can tell that like this is World Showcase right in here. And that is the Soarin' building. Oh, and Imagination.
Isn't that
the blue
Guardians?
building.
No, that's Soarin'.
No, the blue building is Soarin', and then that is Imagination with Figment.
Yeah. So there's Epcot. So.
And that's Yacht and Beach Club right here. You need to look.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Right
there? In there, yep. So yeah, so this is
really,
a
really
really
cool
incredible view. And I don't know where
There's the Skyliner again. So.
the castle, I don't know which way that would be. But I knew you could see it from up here because people could see the Contemporary.
Magic Kingdom's that way.
That way?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Oh yeah, is that space?
It's actually that way, so you can't see.
Look at that.
And this new ballet class you're ordering is supposed to be delivered in about a week.
Oh, these are so
So back down from the terrace and heading back to the lobby. Robin mentioned, the ability to load strollers relatively easy on the Skyliner. It's also important to note that they're also handicap accessible.
Yeah, so they actually have strollers you can just walk right on with, but for people in wheelchairs that might need a little extra time, and because the Skyliner doesn't stop moving and the ground isn't moving with the Skyliner, so I know that's kind of caused some issues for some people. But the handicap accessible ones are pulled off to the side and you just go through a different line and it's stationary. So you wheel right on and then it just goes into the line. It's really cool how it just, I mean, it was seamless. We watched it happen today and you would have never known. Like, our car didn't waver, nothing happened. They just joined the line. It was really, really cool. But it's very important to note that don't be afraid to ride it if you have kids stroller or if you have someone with a wheelchair or something like that. You can definitely still do it.
Yeah. So overall, I think Skyliner, definitely a great new option.
Oh my gosh.
For transportation.
It was so quick.
Like we said,
it was way quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Especially if you are staying in one of these resorts that has access to it.
Yes,
really,
and that
really easy.
makes a difference. I mean, if you're in a resort that doesn't have access to it,
doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, the only reason to use it would be if you're jumping from Hollywood Studios to Epcot or vice versa.
Which still might be faster than taking a bus.
100%.
So
it definitely is. It was very, very quick today and very easy to do. I know a lot of people's biggest concern is the heat because they are not air conditioned.
Which we really can't attest to that.
No, we can't because it's
riding
December.
in December.
So
only one of the ones that we rode even had one of the vents open.
yeah, they didn't even need to have them open today because it's 70 here. I mean, it's not like it's cold, but
it felt very, very comfortable.
Yeah, it was completely comfortable. Granted, there was also only 2 of us in there. I feel like there's just a lot of factors that are going to go into it. If there was 10 people in there, it would have been toasty. But from what the videos that I've seen of people riding it when it opened, their hair was moving. Like their hair was blowing in the wind.
Airflow.
So you know there's airflow. And so I don't think it would be that big of a concern unless you got stopped, which is a whole other ordeal. But overall, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
So then we gave you a brief walkthrough and sneak peek of the Riviera Resort. And it was
Our bus
clearly
is here, so we're multitasking.
it was clearly a very beautiful resort. It reminded me a lot of the new Gran Destino Tower.
Yes, in Coronado Springs.
So if you get the opportunity to stay there, definitely worth checking out. Very fancy, great view of the parks,
Oh
really
my gosh,
close
the view is
to
unreal.
3 of the parks. So definitely worth checking out. But that'll do it for our Skyliner and Riviera Resort sneak peek. Join us on our next adventure.